Johnson. Landisberg sees the opening. Monica Wright delivers again. Miguel fires. Virginia wins. The Cavaliers are going to the College World Series. He's going to go all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia, Big Paul.
Cavalier Sports Weekly is presented by the Virginia Lottery. The Virginia Lottery, helping Virginia's public schools. And brought to you in part by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
On this edition of Cavalier Sports Weekly, presented by the Virginia Lottery.
To also be a leader on the basketball team, that means a lot to me.
Attacks right baseline, pull-up fadeaway jumper, good. Britny and Edwards splashes the lane. Hands off to Gerson. What a play! Ziglinski's going to be trying a three ball on the way. He got it!
Welcome to Cavalier Sports Weekly. I'm Whitney Edwards.
And I'm Britny Edwards from the women's basketball team.
We have a lot of highlights for you on today's show. But first, here's your play of the week.
Here comes Virginia going quickly. No time to spare. 8 seconds. Landisberg into the front court. Gets it off to Ziglinski. Ziglinski's going to be crowded. Three ball on the way. He got it! Sammy Ziglinski hits it with 1.3 seconds to go.
It was a heck of a shot. You know, he had guts to get that shot, but we couldn't get it done in overtime.
This portion of Cavalier Sports Weekly has been brought to you by SunTrust Mortgage. Live solid, bank solid. Stay tuned. Virginia game highlights are coming up next. To Jones, back to Landisberg. 10-16 to go. Landisberg takes the lane, dishes off to Mienzi, who throws it down with a rim rocker. Oh, baby! This portion of Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Welcome back to the show. Our men's basketball team had a huge home game this week
Against the Virginia Tech Hokies on Thursday.
Let's check out the game story.
No score here. Second offensive possession. It's a steal by Scott. Intercepts the pass from Delaney. He takes it on the other side and lays it in with the right hand.
The atmosphere was terrific, and our kids, you know, it reminded me of Miami when they came out defensively, and when we were back and set, we were hard to score against. And that got away from us at the end of the first half.
Pulling up from three, Landisberg knocks it down from the near side right and pumps his fist. Here's Landisberg attacking and floating it high off the window with a foul. Got Ben Boggs in for the first time tonight for the Hokies. Here's Mike Scott attacking down low and lays it off the window and good.
He's certainly aggressive early, and you know, it's good to see him play like that.
Will come out top of the arc to Scott. He's defended tightly by Allen. Puts up a tough shot and he rattles it through from 15 feet away. Are you kidding me? He's going to dribble with the right hand, works around a screen, now attacks underneath, floats the shot up, no good. He was taking a tough shot. Virginia Tech going the other way after the rebound. Green, nice transition feed ahead to Hudson, and he will lay it in. Away with it was Thompson for Virginia Tech. Hokies looking to run. Cross-court pass to Hudson. Hudson knocks down a three-pointer. Sylvan's got it, top of the arc. Pulls up, fires one up from three, and he splashes it through. That's the way you get back at him. Landisberg has it. He drives into the paint, spinning around, puts up a tough off-balance shot as he gets it to go off the windows. Cavaliers by 7. Scott has it, left alone, fires up a three, and he hits it. Are you kidding me? 10-16 to go. Landisberg takes the lane, dishes off to Mienzi, who throws it down with a rim rocker.
He gets to the free throw line a lot.
Here's Landisberg driving baseline, up and under, lays it in on the reverse layup. 5 seconds to shoot. Slings the pass inside. Mienzi will lay it in with the right hand. What a move by Delaney. He's going to take it inside, floats it off the window and good.
Played so hard, and we always talk about, you know, hard, smart together, and we were pretty sound with our decision making up until that point. And then there were some breakdowns. We could have run some clock.
Virginia with the lead. We've seen just 2 lead changes. Jones pulls up, hand in the face, but he hits the shot from 17 anyway. Picked up by Davila, looking to move in transition now. Hudson has it for the Hokies. He has his shot erased by Mienzi. It's going to go out of bounds.
for a man-to-man defense, and Coach Bennett going to his zone. A great job.
Very interesting. Thompson takes it inside, floats it off the window, and good.
He did the job as the game wore on. He's so active, plays so hard. You can see that, and just kind of a workhorse for them, and certainly was a significant key to their victory.
Here comes Virginia going quickly, no time to spare. 8 seconds. Landisburg into the front court, gets it off to Zaglinski. Zaglinski's going to be crowded. 3-ball on the way. He got it! Sammy Zaglinski hits it with 1.3 seconds to go. Here's a full court shot from Delaney. It's no good. We're going to overtime here from the John Paul Jones Arena.
It was a heck of a shot. You know, he had guts to hit that shot, but he couldn't get it done in overtime.
Zaglinski out to defend on him. Zips the pass into Thompson. Thompson with a tough off-balance jump hook. This is off down to Landisburg. He shakes Delaney, passes out. Zaglinski launches it up for 3, and he hits it again! Sammy Zaglinski, 9 points all here since halftime.
That's a hard loss, you know, to be in that spot. But I thought some of the decisions down the stretch were, you know, cost us, just leaving them open to the threes, and as I mentioned, some of the others. I told him, I said, you can be down right now, and I made sure I asked each one of them, you're going to be all right, you're going to be all right, because I said, if you'll bring that heart, and we try to bring a little bit more of the execution, that's all we can do, and you better be ready to go, or you can be in trouble in this league.
A lot of Virginia athletes have strong leadership abilities.
But men's basketball player Jerome Yendi is exceptional.
Jerome's interest in leadership began when he was playing in his high school band.
And he has since become nationally recognized among NCAA student athletes.
My mom had a great influence on me. Ever since I can remember, she's always been reading books maybe about leadership, and she'd always come and talk to me about it, whether I wanted to listen or not. She was always there talking to me about, you know, what it is to be a good leader, what it is to be a good person, and she would even entice me to read some books about leadership. I'm glad she did that, and now I see why she did those things. It's really helped me throughout my life. I think it started, you know, because of the band, really, that hunger for leadership, the willingness to lead others. Just the structure of that, how they had section leaders and band captains. From my freshman year, I just made it a goal to myself that, you know, I was going to become section leader one day. That happened the next year. I was section leader my 10th and 11th grade year. At times you have to, as a leader, you have to step back and listen to the people that you're leading, both for ideas and how they're feeling. I think before, I had a tendency of directing people, you know, you should go here, you should do this, but not really stepping back and listening to what they had to say or maybe some of their concerns or ideas were. And going to that conference helped me realize that and improve upon that. You have to be respected by the people that you're leading, or they won't follow you. JR, from my first year on the basketball team, he was a great leader for our team, and I think that was one of the reasons that we did well that year. Just how he carried himself, how he always worked hardest. You know, you could always see him working hard, how he'd always say something when it needed to be said, and he led by example. To be named captain this year, to know that my hard work in my previous years has finally paid off, to be known as a leader now on the basketball team. You know, I've been a leader outside of the basketball team, and to also be a leader on the basketball team, that means a lot to me. Well, I think community service is very important, especially in our position as student athletes at the University of Virginia. We're very fortunate. I just think we have an obligation to give back to the surrounding community that helps support us and makes our experience what it is. So that's kind of how I got involved in the community service activities here at the university. I love doing ACE, Athletes Committed for Continuing Education. I love going in and interacting with the elementary school children, just giving them a positive image to look up to, mentoring them a little bit, you know, showing good sportsmanship with them when we play games. So I really enjoy that. At the beginning of the season, we had a few bumps. just due to us, learning the system and trying to implicate it in games. And I think as the season has progressed, we're getting more confident in the system. The coaches are getting more confident in us, and just the confidence is building and the relationship is building between players with each other and then players with the coaching staff, and I think we're growing as a team.
Dribbles inside, puts up a tough shot off the window, no good. Mienzi skies for the rebound, and he keeps it alive. He's going to hand it off to Zaglinski. What a job between two gold jerseys. Is tipped away. Here's Scott fighting Mienzi by himself as he stuffs it down with a two-hand jam.
That's the way you take the ball to the basket.
16 to go. Landisburg takes the lane, dishes off to Mienzi, who throws it down.
I definitely think the program is going in the right direction. I think one of the messages that Coach Bennett has told us, and he's showing it through his actions, is he's trying to build a program. It's not only about this year. He's trying to build a program. He's sitting down some of his ground rules, things that he expects of us, things that he demands of us. And as people come in and as people mature in this system, I think the team will just grow and progress in the future.
This portion of Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by the Virginia Lottery. More than $4 billion to K-12 public education since 1999. The Virginia Lottery, helping Virginia's public schools.
Our women's basketball team had two very important ACC games this week.
We face the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets on Sunday and the North Carolina State Wolfpack on Wednesday.
Here are the highlights.
Wright, top of the key. They look to double Veronica Wright. Wright splits the double team. Fadeaway jumper left side of the lane. It's money in the bank. Battle for the rebound, and Taylor got it on the right corner. Taylor, jumper from 15, good. Is it going to count?
And a foul on Monica Wright.
Is that her second?
Yes.
I have to say my team did a great job of starting off not so good against the press, and then we made a few adjustments and got some people in that really paid attention yesterday in practice, and we were able to that was not a factor in the game at all after we figured it out. And so I have to give Tim Taylor a lot of credit for that. He was completely in charge of handling their pressure and the entire scouting report for this game, and he did a great job.
Edwards jumper from the left baseline is good, though. Britny.
Once you beat the press and you start scoring, that obviously helps. But our defense buckled down, too.
Line runs over right. Offensive foul.
I was really proud of our defense today. We played very good defense.
Whitney Edwards at the top of the key, and she'll bring it to the right wing and go right corner to Gerson. Gives it to Britny Edwards, splashing in the lane. Hands off to Gerson. What a play! Right wing to Deja Foster going baseline on Whitney Edwards. Got down the lane, and her shot is erased by Britny Edwards.
I thought Britny performed admirably today. She came off the bench, was ready to go. She hasn't gotten to play a lot this year, but she did a terrific job, and really, I was just very proud of her performance.
Well, I just come to practice. I try to go as hard as I can, push my teammates and push myself, and regardless of whether or not I play. I wouldn't really focus on my offense or anything. I just wanted to help my team on the defensive end and, get the ball to the right people.
Battle for the rebound, and Chelsea Shine will pick it up and give it to Monica Wright. Wright in transition, feeds Edwards in the lane. Edwards on the right block, layup good. 51-40, Virginia by 11 at 6.5 minutes. Still pressing. They give it to Kellum in the middle of the floor, and she'll give it to Gerson. 2-on-1. Lexi down the lane, yes, layup with the right hand.
I just think that this team is coming together and getting a little more mature as we go.
Monica Wright, top of the circle, will bring it to the left side of the floor. Wright got down the lane, layup good. And when you need a basket, you go to the All-American who's got 23, and Wright knocks the ball out of bounds.
Lexi Gerson played well today. I thought Whitney Edwards played extremely well at both ends of the floor. Both ends of the floor. She did a terrific job for us today.
Taylor is fouled on the floor with 1 second to play. Whoa. Wright attacks right baseline, pull-up fadeaway jumper, good. Ryan top of the circle, hands off to Monica Wright, lobbing back door for Shine, wide open, who lays it off the window with the right hand from the right baseline.
Started off great in the first minute or so, and then really didn't play very well on the boards in the first half, and I was really disappointed with that at halftime. I really got on the team about that, and I think they corrected it for the most part in the second half. It wasn't completely corrected, but it was better.
Holston in the mid post, left side of the lane, turnaround jumper, good over Chelsea Shine. 20-12, NC State by 8 at 7 minutes. Monica Wright. Back to Gerson, now left wing to Kellum, playing that 3-2 zone. They lob back door for Wright, the alley-oop to perfection as she lays it in. Bounce pass left baseline to Monica Wright. They give it inside to Shine with the turnaround, little bunny. And it falls with the right hand. Fake on the right wing. And Kellum will give it to Lexi Gerson on the reversal at the top of the key. Crossover move. And a wild running layup that falls off the window.
I sort of saw this coming the last 2 days of practice. We have not rebounded the ball well. We've practiced fairly well, but we have not rebounded the ball well. And sometimes that's just a sign of other things, maybe a little fatigue. I don't really know, but we played out of it, and that's the most important thing, is that I got in there in halftime and they understood what they had to do, and they did it, and that's the most important thing. And, you know, I thought that NC State were really shooting the ball well in the first half. They had a great first half, and we had to come out in the second half and do a much better job defensively, and I thought that we did. Forced a lot of turnovers. We were able to capitalize on some of those turnovers, which helped our shooting percentage a little bit, and obviously we got ourselves to the line and made free throws.
And Bell will hold with 7 to shoot. Bell driving with the right hand. Fadeaway jumper at the free throw line off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound Monica Wright. And one of the few opportunities in transition for Virginia. Right hands off to Gerson. She'll slash down the lane with the right hand. Up and under. Off the window and good with the right hand. Zone. Kellum in the left corner skips it to Britny Edwards on the right wing. She'll give it to Wright. 10 feet away in the lane. The turnaround jumper, yes. Dribble and throw it right back to Whitney Edwards, top of the key. Now to Morrow, right wing, skipping it left wing to Gerson. Back to Edwards, top of the key. Right back to Gerson. Left corner, 3. Yes. 45-41, Virginia by 4 at 12-17.
I thought Chelsea Shine had probably her best game of the season tonight. She really took good shots for Chelsea Shine, and she took the right shots.
Up by only 3. Here's Edwards for 3. Top of the key, banked it in. Well, there you go. 57-51, Virginia by 6 at 5:29.
Coming up after the break. This portion of Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by the Virginia Athletics Foundation.
Game analyst Corey Alexander had a great career at Virginia and in the NBA.
And he is the focus of this week's Cavalier Flashback.
What I left with was the ability to lead a team. I looked at my opportunities for me playing with those guys and looked at the opportunities for me to be able to play here with, Jason and Junior. And I was friends with those guys, but Jason and I played together AAU from the time we were 12 years old. Junior and I were teammates at Oak Hill that year, in high school. Yuri and I had played AAU together. I didn't really know Chris Alexander very well, but I loved the guy's initials and, of course, his last name. It was an opportunity for us to be able to come here and make an imprint on a basketball program that was, of course, right in my backyard. There was no place where I would have been nearly as appreciated as it was here. Ended up coming together, and like I said, one of the things that I can say is from the time we got here to the time we left, the University of Virginia was a basketball program to be reckoned with, and I believe that we left it in a better place than it was when we walked in. It was a great opportunity to play with Brian, and more importantly, what people don't understand about Brian Stiff, as great of a basketball player he is, he's a much better person. And, it was to a point to where I would almost look at him and be like, look, I just got to touch you because you're not real. You don't make mistakes. You don't do anything wrong. Being able to be around Brian, just kind of made me a better person. And, of course, to watch him and the way he went about playing basketball and the way he worked, that just rubs off. And it allowed me to know that there was a different type of work ethic that I was going to have at this level to be successful than what I did in high school. I love this place. It ended up being the best decision for me, and of course I had a great 4 years here at one of the best times of my life. And the people that I've met and just all the opportunities that being able to be alumni of the University of Virginia, the opportunities that's afforded me has just been tremendous. And like I say, it's an opportunity and an experience that I would never trade.
Thanks for watching Cavalier Sports Weekly. We've got 3 big ACC basketball games in the John Paul Jones Arena this week.
Our men's team hosts NC State on Wednesday and Wake Forest on Saturday. And our women's team takes on the Clemson Tigers on Thursday. Also, our women's tennis team is at home on Friday. And our wrestling team hosts a dual meet on Saturday. We'll be back next week with coverage of those matchups and more stories from Virginia athletics. Until then, go Hoos!
Cavalier Sports Weekly is presented by the Virginia Lottery. The Virginia Lottery, helping Virginia's public schools. And brought to you in part by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.